4 minus 3 1/3. Okay. So many people are going to say this is 1 1/3. Okay, let's just be wrong for a second. 1 1/3. They drop that. They're like, 1/3 minus nothing, that's 1/3. But if you check this problem, how do you check subtraction?
By adding.
With addition. 1/3 and 3/3 would be what?
2/3.
4 and 2/3. That's more than 4, right? So that can't work. It doesn't come out to be the right answer. You can't drop this. This is as if I walk in the room with nothing and I go, oh, come on over here, George, come get you 1/3 of this pizza. Well, we're playing pretend at that point, right? Because I don't have a pizza, do I? Okay? You can't have nothing and then all of a sudden you magically appear with 1/3 of it. It doesn't work. Okay? So we have to regroup. Yes, ma'am?
It's like subtracting 103 and you can't subtract that.
Okay. So it is. It is kind of like just subtracting like a whole number right here. What happens if we can't do this?
You have to regroup.
Yeah, we regroup. So this is a 2 and this is a 1, right? It's still worth 30, right? Because you have 2 10s and another 10, that's 30. So even though you regrouped it, it's still worth the 30. So now we have to regroup a whole number, and it's still going to be worth 4. Do y'all see that this is still worth 30? 2 10s is 20, and another 10 is 30, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So here we are going to regroup. Alex, you keeping up? So if I regroup and take 1 from a 4, it becomes a 3. The 1 I'm taking now is going to look like a fraction because I need to subtract from a fraction. So the 1 I take, if you'll look at your denominator, that can be the 1 that you take. Okay, Aaliyah, what's my denominator here? 3. So I'm going to take away a 1 that looks like 3/3. Now let's stop there and look. Aiden, 3 and 3/3 is actually what?
A whole.
Well, 3 and 3/3 is actually what?
4.
This is still 4. That's 3 and another one. So that's still 4. So I still have 4 up here, don't I? All I did was take that 4 and I broke it up. I was like, let's give a little bit over here to the fraction side, right? So now, can I work this problem?
Yeah.
Yes, 3 minus 3 is nothing, and 3/3 minus 1/3 is 2/3. Okay, so we're just regrouping there.
Now, if you tried adding that, so now if you add that 2/3, what would you use to add that 2/3 with?
Oh, if you were going to add this to check it,
1/3.
yeah, you would add these two.
Oh.
So this is 2/3 and 1/3. 3 and 1/3 plus 2/3 is 3 and 3/3, which is the same thing as 4.
Now I get it.
Yeah. Good question. Okay, let's write this one down. Can I walk in with nothing and you come over and get 6/8 of it?
No.
Nope, we can't. Okay, so Kyle, I'm going to regroup from the 5. What does the 5 become?
4.
The 5 becomes a 4, and we're going to have a fraction here. Okay, this is where people are like, wait, do I just put any number there? Well, if I just put any number there, let's just say I put 16 over 16. Well, then I have different denominators. And then I have to create new denominators. Why would I do that? That's a whole lot of work, right? If I just look right here, then I can create a whole using what I already have. If 8 is my whole, then let's just use that, okay? So now, can I have 8 minus 6? Yes, 8 minus 6 is
2. So it'll be 2
8. And then 4 minus 2 is 2. So 2 and 2/8. So Fulton, if you went and added those two, you would get 4 and 8/8, which is
5.
5. Okay.
Now I understand it now, because at first when you said you could add it back, I was
Yes.
trying to figure out what were you adding back. What were you adding like 2/3 with?
Yeah, just like when you were in grade school, or younger, and you did this, you knew that you could add those to check your answer.
I mean,
Going backwards.
if you add 2 and 2/8
plus 5, it's definitely not gonna get.
Right.
Right.
Okay. Let's move on. So now that we know how to do that part, and we can practice that part, I'm going to write a problem up here. I'm going to use the ones I used yesterday. All right, so we have 3 2/3. Oh, wrong one. Sorry. I thought I saved them from yesterday. I didn't. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. We can use this.
Are we now gonna work on having the whole number, having like the mixed number, and then using a whole number to subtract the mixed number? Or are we not doing that yet?
Are we gonna use different denominators?
I'll say that one more time. I was trying to think about the math. Sorry.
Like if you have, you know how we were doing, we're subtracting
Whole number, yeah.
whole number from a mixed number.
Right.
Are we ever gonna subtract a mixed number from a whole number, like where?
Oh, the whole number's on the bottom? Yeah, that works easy. Yeah.
So that's basically the same thing.
Yeah, we'll look at that. Okay, so let's look at this one. I left the denominators the same for us, okay? Because that cuts out a whole step, right? We don't have to find new denominators. But if I have 1/3, can I give you 2/3? No. I only have 1/3. I can't give 2. Okay, so this is just like when you're subtracting whole numbers, and you have to think, do I have to regroup? I do have to regroup because I can't have 1/3 minus 2/3. So I'm going to go regroup. I'm going to take 1 from here. Looking at my denominator, what did my 3 become? My 3 became a 2 and what's my whole look like? 3/3, right? So I'm going to put this right here. So on top, what just happened is here, I took a whole group away, and I'm going to make it my fraction. So it's 2 3/3 is still 3, okay? But now I have it all over here on the fraction side. So what I'm going to do then is I'm going to add my numerators together to see what I actually have up here. Because I have 2 1/3 and 3/3 more. So I actually have 2 4/3 minus 1 2/3. Okay? Just see what happened there? Alex, you have a question?
Yes, I'm still kind of confused how you got the 3/3.
The 3/3. This right here tells me. Your denominator tells you.
Wait,
If that was an 8, I would have had 8/3. I mean 8/8. Sorry.
So basically you added.
No. I look at my denominator and I use that to create my whole. Yes, you add the top. Okay?
So do you add the 1 and the 3?
Yes, you add the numerators. So here's what I had.
It becomes a 4?
Yes, up here I took this away, so I had 2 1/3 and 3/3 more. So really I just have 2 4/3, right? Now I could go and make it this long equation and put it all together, but I took 1 away, and I have 2 1/3 and 3/3 more. So really I just have 4/3 minus 2/3. Okay. So what is 4/3 minus 2/3?
2/3.
2/3, and what is 2 minus 1? 1.
Wait, I thought
Can I just come in on the next one?
I thought it. Wait, so
You already right at the end of it.
how did you? So. Oh, now I get it. You have to make 4. So that would be 4/3, and then this. All right, now I get it.
All right, let's look at this one. 5 2/8 minus 1 6/8. Can you have 2 8s and take 6 8s away? No, so I'm going to regroup. So my 5 becomes a 4. And if I'm breaking it up and I'm taking a 1 over, just like you do in the whole number, you take a 1 and drop it. What is my 1 going to look like, George?
I'm confused. Is this gonna be like a 1/8? Like 1 2/8? Or just 8/8?
8/8. Good job. 8/8. 8/8. Okay? Jamori, how does he know it's 8/8?
Because the whole number you just took away it turns into 8/8.
Where did we get 8 from? Why didn't we just use 5? The denominator tells us what our whole is. Good job. All right. So right here is our answer. We don't have to guess. We don't have to guess what our whole's going to be. It's right there for us every time. Okay? So I have 4 and 2 8s and 8 8s more. So really I just have 4 and 10 8s. 4 and 10 8s. So 4 and 10 8s minus 1 and 6 8s is
4, 8. 3 and 4 8.
Or
3
you
and
could say
4.
3 and 1/2 as
Or
well.
you could say 3 and 1/2. Good job.
Okay, I understand it now.
Okay? Alright, 6 and 1/3 minus 2 and 2/3. Now we won't always have to regroup. Just because you have a subtraction problem doesn't mean you always need to regroup. But that's what we're practicing right now so we can get good at it. Do I need to regroup in this situation?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, that's 6. Ellen Clark is going to become,
A 5.
and
And you're going to bring it over and it's going to be 3/3.
5 and 3/3. Okay? George, do you know where the 3/3 came from?
It came from the denominator.
Very good answer. Came from the denominator. So actually, on top, Aaliyah, I have 5 and what?
4/3.
Yes, right. I have 5 and 4/3. Perfect. Okay, so when I subtract 5 minus 2 is
3.
3 and 2/3. 4 minus 2 is 2.
Can we do try these?
You want to do a try these?
Yes. No.
Okay.
I don't get it. Please try.